So this is the last video. What I want to do is take this site and put it live on the internet on one of my staging domains and actually make a purchase and make sure everything's working out. So if you guys know how to transfer a site to your live domain, then you go ahead and do that. I'm gonna show you how if you don't know how to do that. Obviously you would need a hosting account and a domain name. I'm going to connect to my website through FTP, and that's going to be techguystaging.com, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my login, my hosting login info on my FTP account, if I can remember it. Alright, so I'm in my public HTML root directory. I'm going to create a directory called store. And I need to upload all my files. Let's see. So I'm going to grab the whole site and upload that. And that's going to take a little bit. I'll probably have to pause the video because it'll probably take about 20 minutes or so. And you also need a database to have a database with your web hosting account, and we need to excuse me, we need to import what we have onto the live sites database. So I'm going to go to my control panel, and I use cPanel. I don't know if you're using something else, it should be pretty similar. Okay, so I'm going to go to my MySQL databases, and I'm going to create a new database for this site. And a new user. And like I said, if you're not using cPanel, the process should be kind of similar. You just need to create a database, create a user, and then link that user to the database. We want all privileges. Alright, so now we have a database. If we go back to the cPanel home, we can actually open up phpMyAdmin just like we have on our local host. And let's see, we want store. This will be the login that you just created with the database. So we have a blank database. We want to import. Well, first we want to go back to our local host database and export. So I'm just going to save that to my downloads folder. This is an SQL dump file which contains all the tables and fields in our database. So now I'm going to go back to the live sites database, phpMyAdmin, and import. And we want to choose that file that I just exported from my local host. Alright, so it's imported successfully. Now my database is now named techguy4_store, as opposed to on the local host it was lots of gadgets. So I have to remember that, and the password's also different. So what I need to do is go into my configuration file and change my database credentials so that it will interact with this database on the live site. So I'm going to wait for everything to upload, and then I'm going to change the file, which is in the config directory, which isn't even uploaded yet. So I'm going to pause this until this finishes, and then we'll proceed. Okay, so everything's uploaded. Now we want to change the database by going to the config file, and we want the settings.inc.php. And we just got to edit that file, which I have here. And we want to change the database. Obviously you want to change it to whatever you name the database. Many hosting companies, such as the one I'm using, tack on your username to the beginning of the database. So it's techguy4 underscore, I think it was store. Yep. And then password is the same. User. They also tack on, this company also tacks on the username to the database username. So techguy4, and I named it store as well. So that should work. We save that and upload. It's asking if I want to overwrite. Yes. Alright, so now we should be able to go to the live site, which is techguystaging.com/store. Alright, so here's, actually no, it's not. We can see it's still at the local host. It just redirected to local host. We need to actually visit the back end first. So /store/staff. Okay, so log in here, support at lotsofgadgets.net. Oh, I forgot a P in there. And you can see we're on the domain. We're not in the local host. The front end currently redirects to the local host. We have to change the in preferences, and I believe it's under SEO and URLs. If we scroll down, you can see here shop domain is localhost. We want to change that. I'm going to change that to techguystaging.com. Obviously yours will be something different. And for SSL, I'm just going to put the same thing, just put the domain name. We don't have an SSL certificate installed, so we might get some kind of warning, but I'm not sure. Alright, so let's save that. Now we should be able to access the front end. It shouldn't redirect us to localhost. So if we click view shop. Alright, so now, yeah, everything looks good. Everything's intact. All the images are there. Let's look at a product page. Alright, so looks good. So we have successfully migrated our store from localhost to a live domain. Now, of course, the last thing I want to do is actually purchase a product. Now, one thing I want to do is I want to change the email address for the shop, because right now I think it's using my registration, my email address, which isn't a real address. So Just trying to see where, right here, email. So this email address isn't real, so I'm just gonna actually put mine in there. I'll actually do my Gmail account. Actually, you know what? I think it'd be best to actually have it as the domain of techguystaging.com. So I'm actually just going to create an email address from this cPanel account. We'll just keep it at support. Actually, let me just change the password here. Alright, so I'm going to use this address. And we can send an email test. Email has been sent. Let's just go check that. Alright, so there's a test message. Alright, so that's working. Send email to where customers send messages from the order page. Never send emails, maybe. Okay. In the email settings, we can just keep, they look good. And now I just want to go to our payment methods, which are modules. And I want to click on payment gateways. I just want the PayPal module. I don't want the bank wire, so we can disable that. PayPal is installed, which is what we want to use for payment for the shop. Payment by check, we want to disable that as well. So it looks like PayPal should be our only method of payment. Now what I want to do is go to the products and just change the price, because I'm going to make a real transaction. So, and it's going to be to my own PayPal account. Actually, you know what? I don't think that's possible. Well, let's take this these earphones. Let's edit this product. And I'm going to go to prices and change the price to $1. Pretty good deal. Save that. And now I'll go to the front end, see if I can find. That was in iPods, I believe. Or, wait, was it? No, we want accessories. Alright, so these are $1. We can add that to our cart. And shipping is $12. Let's go change that. If we go to shipping, and let's see, I guess we have to pick a shipping method. Let's choose standard, but let's go change the pricing. So if we go to weight ranges, we want 0 to 5 pounds. whoops, no, that's not what we want. We want shipping. So 0 to 5 pounds, we're going to change that to $1. So now if we go back and let's reload, might have to empty the cart first. Nope. Shipping 3. Oh, we also have $2 handling. So if we go back to handling charges, let's make that a 0. So it should be $2 now total. $1 for the product and $1 for shipping. Yep. Okay. So let's see. That looks good. So we'll click on next. We could do a quick checkout as well. Alright, so it looks like the theme, the CSS is kind of funky right here. Not a big deal. So now it's asking if we want to create an account or if we're already registered. And I'm going to actually create an account because we haven't tested this functionality yet. So it's going to just ask us some information. Email. We could sign up for the newsletter if we wanted. Customer data privacy needs to be checked. Just standard privacy policy. You can change that. Alright, so this stuff well, I guess it is. Some of these are required. And obviously we do need the let me change this to Amesbury, because we do have to have the correct address, a real address. Okay, mobile phone. Okay, looks good. Very smooth process. So we have the delivery address. We could actually add a new address here, but we want to use the delivery and the billing as the same address. And here we could actually put a comment if we wanted to send to the shop owners. And this is the Massachusetts taxed. It goes by where you are. Agree to the terms of service. Next. Okay, so now we're at payment. And we can pay with your card or your PayPal account. Click on that. We should be redirected to PayPal. Yep. Okay, so I don't think this is going to work because I'm paying from my PayPal account to my own PayPal account. And I can't do a credit card either because my credit card is linked to my PayPal account. But what'll happen here is you'll just not log in. Well, if you are going to use pay with PayPal, then you have to log in. If not, you fill in the credit card information, and then an order will go through. You'll see it in the back end. You'll get a new order, just like we went through in chapter 3, I think, or 4. And that's it, really. You'll get the order. The payment will go through. It'll show up in your PayPal account right away. And that's that. So everything seems to be working fine, and that's it. We have a live web shop up and running. I mean, I can actually see what'll happen, but I don't think this is, I don't see how it's really possible. Put in my PayPal password. Right, see, you are logging into the account of the seller for this purchase. Please change your login information and try again. So ultimately, it's a 99% chance that this would do exactly what I said it did. So yeah, that's it. I mean, our shop is live, up and running, and I hope you guys enjoyed the series, and I hope that you learned a lot, and I'll see you in the next series. Thanks.